beautiful woman, beautiful mind. I turned on my camera and I saw this light, and I was like, I still don't understand from where it's coming, but it feels like a divine presence right now here with me personally, and it's much needed because I'm about to share with you my personal life story. I've been preparing for this 44 for quite a long time, if not to say my whole life, and I've been thinking how I can do this, because that's so much to the story. And years ago, when I was told that I was in search of my mission 111 and my purpose in life, like since I was a child, I was feeling, thinking, being different all the time, right? So I needed to grow up after years to find out that there is answers to my questions. And today I have a little emotions because I don't know how all of this can turn for me and for my children. It can either help or either make it worse, but I will trust the divine flow, and the guidance came for me to share myself and my story and my testimony of my life on earth as a human, as a woman, as a incarnated angel in a human form. So get your cup of tea, because this probably is going to have multiple episodes. Yesterday I wrote down, actually I think I have the paper with me, you guys, or not, I don't. Okay, 2:44. I was like, and the screen is getting darker and darker and darker and darker because probably the luminosity is okay. I would love, first of all, to call in the divine presence of God, Source, love and light, my spirit team, my higher self to anchor more. I would like to call on the presence of Jesus, of Christ, and all the Ascended Masters that wants to support me now in my speech. And may my words be anchored only in truth, love, integrity and compassion for myself and for others. 400. And with these beautiful words, I would like to begin. Yesterday I said that I was like, how do I pack all of these events and everything that I am going personally right now in my life in a story or in a video, or in what kind of format I have to place it so I can be understood and heard. And I still don't have a full structure, but I have break down my story in couple pieces. And in the beginning I thought that would be right for me to introduce myself so you can guys get to know me. 444. And I can do this right now because I have my two children with me in the car right now. We arrived by the beach, so I can entertain them a little bit, and while the small one sleeps, I get to do this. First I would like to tell you what right now is happening in the present moment in our life. yesterday probably I had one of the I do this and then I do the introduction, okay? We don't skip things. Yesterday probably I had one of the hardest days out of my journey and life. And believe me, hard days was before of this kind and of many different kinds, but this time I was completely alone. We left the house that we were living with the girls a week and a half ago. I moved out of the place because I needed to separate and cut cords with my ex-partner, 555, and the only way for us to do that, it was for me to move. I have packed our whole life in the storage. I have separated his stuff and his energies and in boxes. He is currently I hope you understood, because I have too many ears around and not everyone needs to know, especially the children, what exactly is happening for their own good. Anyways, I promise myself not to cry, and I'm not going to do this because this storytelling story video format that I'm recording is not for me to come out as a victim that look, this happened to me and blah blah blah, but I'm speaking the truth. To be heard, to speak my truth, to propel myself and our life forward. And if my story and my experience that I have been living as here on earth and how I got to experience spirit, source, my spiritual journey, how I truly lived as above so below, as within so without. And many of us knows this as a spiritual path and ascension path. I dedicated myself to the path of mastery of myself for quite a couple years since my awakening beginning started. I haven't choose 8/11 to embark into an awakening journey. I have not known what awakening at that time was. The things in my life started to unfold in such a way and events that when you're looking for answers, you start looking for answers inside and outside. Mostly before was outside of us, and then the time came when I started to look inside more because I started to experience 844 high levels of anxiety and depression and stress, and when I thought in my life that that's it, now is the moment that finally my dreams are going to come true, and everything started to collapse, the opposite. And I was like, what do I do wrong in my life, and why I get such a hard destiny, if I can say so. I asked the spirit, the flow, I said, am I in the flow? Do I keep continuing, or I go back to the introduction? So I trust the flow, and if you're still watching this, I'm very grateful. Anyways, I haven't presented myself. My name is Christina, 944. When 4 or 5 years ago, when I was only in the beginning of my spiritual journey and search of myself, I felt for the first time in my life that I can finally maybe get a chance to find out who I am and what I can do, because I wasn't resonating 1010 with much earthly things or jobs, or I all the time knew inside my heart that I'm going to do something that is not earthly. 1022, for real, I'm not exaggerating, but I couldn't name it. I born in a small country of this earth called Moldova. I have emotions and I want to cry because it's a sensitive topic for me. This the country and the family and all topics that I'm going to be speaking are sensitive, but this is a little bit more sensitive because it's my family there. This is where I born. I haven't seen my family for a little bit more than a decade. My family, I mean my mom, sister, brother, and my father. Unfortunately, I will not get a chance to see my father again, 11/11, because he transitioned on the other world 4 years ago from COVID. I wanted to say something else and name it in a different way, 11:33, but I'm not going to do this right now because I'm not going into politic topic right now. This is about me for now and my life and my kids and all that I am at the present moment. So yes, I born in the small country known as named Moldova. It's a wine country with beautiful landscapes, vegetation, ground, fruits and vegetables, warm hearted people, and I miss it dearly. I born into a middle class family. I was living good at home, not luxury but good. We had everything and a little more than an average person probably will have. We'll have vacations in Europe a couple times a year when the opportunity were coming. My mom was operating her small business. My father was also doing his part, different countries, importing, exporting, when working abroad, just trying their best to provide for us as their children, and which I'm so beyond grateful for all that they did. Speaking of which, I feel right now my father's presence because after his transition, he joined my spirit team, and even if it's so 31, I still miss him lots. No crying, right? Okay. I finished school at home. After school, we are learning 12 classes there. I graduated from there. Then university time came. I didn't know what I want and where. To be honest, I don't think that none of us at that age knows who we are and what we want, because it's a little bit a different type of living, 1414, that it's constructed here on earth for us as a structure, right, that we follow. And due to this kind of system, we cannot truly find who we are unless, thank God, right now we are stepping into the age of light, to the and then we are starting to awaken more, because source works through all of us. We know it or we don't know it. 1444. And everyone sooner or later are going to embark into this spiritual journey. Most of the time when things internally and externally are becoming very intense, that's the sign that God's knocking at your door and you're looking to get a breakthrough into a new life. Right now, by the way, a new cycle of awakening is starting. So yeah, if things in your life are crumbling and your mind and your heart is just living in anxiety and chaos, just know that there is a higher purpose for everything. My story will not be only about what is happening with me in the physical realm, but as well in the spirit. And I will try my best to make an image and an understanding of how these two worlds work together on each of our life through my own experience, so you can use it maybe as an understanding for your destiny, because everything that happens in the physical, into the material world,